Hey, good morning. How are you guys doing tonight? This morning, it's about 2 a.m. here. 2:08 a.m. here in Hollywood, Southern California. Welcome to another Twilight stream. I'm just going to hang out. We don't have anything special planned. Actually, I'm doing all kinds of activities right now. Just got up from just got my 4 hours sleep for the evening. Went on a half-hour drive to look for some McDonald's. Some world-famous McDonald's. Got me a hamburger. What you gonna do? Passed on the donut this morning. We're doing NASA today, and we're doing Omega Vintage 1969 861 Transitional Speedmaster. This is what we're going to sport today. We're going NASA. Right on, huh? We're going speedy today. We're going dot over 90 bezel. We're taking chances. We're taking chances with a $5,000. Well, yeah. How much are these bezels in really good condition? $3,000? Man. Let's see what's incoming on the European Watch Co., huh? What they got inbound. Let's check it out. It's kind of nice going for a drive at 2 a.m. There's no cars out on the road. I don't have to drive the speed limit, which is actually the opposite of what you think. I'm out cruising at 30, seems like 38 miles per hour is my average speed. So I'm just kind of just rolling along. I mean, holy crap, man. I go get a donut 10 minutes away and back. Takes me like, 15, 20-minute round trip because I'm going to a nice donut shop. A good donut shop, not the 4 or 5 that I'm passing along the way, right? And hell, man, for me to go get my donut and back, I ain't kidding you. It takes me like a quarter tank of gas, damn near an eighth of a tank of gas in that son of a bitch. I go to the corner to get a cigarette, and it costs me $2. Like, no joke. I can see that gas gauge, fuel. I can see the fuel meter going down while I'm driving. I ain't shitting you. That thing, this thing's a gas whore. Without a fucking doubt. When I'm in idle at a light, it's just, I mean, it's like, I feel like I'm pouring gallons of milk of gasoline in the car while it's sitting in idle. So there's no questioning that. I don't even drive, and I'm putting in $25 in that car every time I leave with it. I top it off every time. All right, let's see what we got. We got solid gold 116508. So 116508, fairly recent reference. You know that because it's leads with the double ones. The double ones are the new reference models. And I mean, we're not going to see any prices on these inbound ones, but we kind of know where they're at, right? So, let's take a gander at something. Man, I feel a lot better than I did an hour ago. Holy crap. I was in misery an hour ago. Holy shit. All right. We're looking good right now. Let's take a look. Here's what I wanted to do. Take a look at Rolex. And now that we got this watch up here, we looked yesterday. I did a 25-minute show with Clyde on Rolex. It was a good one. If you missed it, watch it from yesterday. It's only 25 minutes. We had a good Rolex conversation. But we were looking at Submariner's dates, all gold, and what's available. And there's only 3 reference models available in solid gold. And we were also looking at the bluesies. And as you may or may not know, we've talked about it quite a bit on here, that the sports 30 dials have been discontinued. That was 3 years ago? Sports 30 dials are discontinued. So you can't get a diamond sports watch from the AD at Rolex anymore, save Daytonas, because Daytona is really in its own class as a luxury watch, more so than a sports watch. It's kind of been separated out to a luxury sports watch with its own genre. Isn't that true though? That the Daytona is, that officially categorizes it out as a different category, in my opinion. That they segregated it out with the 30 dial. Anyway, so now that backstory being that I wanted to, that we have this solid gold watch up. I want to see what is available in solid gold Daytonas as of this evening versus getting the option of a solid gold Submariner date. So let's say you're in the market for a sub. Let's say you're in the market, not for a sub, but let's say you're in the market for a solid gold Rolex. Are you looking at cosmographs, or are you looking at sub dates? You're not looking at presidents, because we're talking about sports solid gold right now. So are you looking at, which one would you look at? Is there anything else too? Solid gold in sports? Well, let's take a look. So Daytona. So we're going to go for yellow gold. I think typically whatever's available in yellow gold will also be available in probably the others. But we'll take a double check at that. Where's my French fries, man? I got some French fries here. Yeah. Okay. And you can see what I mean about the Cosmograph Daytona being in its own class as a luxury sports watch, as opposed to just being a sports watch, because they gave it so many variations of the luxury of gold, of being precious metal. Whereas when you go to the other watches, The other sports watches, they don't have nearly as many options as you do here. So let's take a look. So you've got it in white dial, you've got it in champagne dial, the black dial like we have on the screen, which its MSRP is, what is it? 37.5, okay? So we wanted to see that. That's one of the things we want to note out right now. 37.5. I'm projecting that the incoming on that's going to be what, 67. What are they going to want for that thing? What do you think? Damn near double retail. What's this one here? Meteorite dial? Wow. Not too attractive to me. You like this one? I'm not very fond of this. I prefer, me personally, I prefer the black dial or the white dial or the champagne dial. Oh, I mean, maybe I'd have to see it in person. But take a note that this one is, what, $5,000 more for the dial. And you probably have a harder time getting it, to be honest. Let's not joke around here. You'll have a hard time getting that son of a gun right here. Hmm? Pardon me for eating. I never eat on air. Are they charging a premium for the green one out of AD? No, 37.5. You know, my favorite, other than the green one, and probably the white gold blue as well. I love this Newman style right here. This Paul Newman style. I really like this one a lot. This one's hot. This is hot. This is kind of a sexy watch right here, man. This one's hot. I think it's the gold, the solid gold discs that are so solid, like without hash marks in the centers, and it just really looks good. I don't think it's the red accentuating the dial that intrigues me. I'm fairly certain it's the solid gold discs. You know what it reminds me of? Solid gold, quote unquote. You do you guys remember that TV show, Solid Gold, from the 80s, where everybody used to dance and they used to go around with the camera and watch people dance, and then there'd be a 70s superstar come out and sing. I used to watch that shit all the time, man, when I was a kid. Solid Gold. I grew up watching that. this this dial reminds me of that shit. It's funny. Every time I see this watch, I think of that TV show. And Paul Newman. It was a great show. It'd be funny if they brought that back. People would watch it. I was going to clean some guns this morning, so I might still do that if I got nothing else to do. I need to go buy some high quality factory rounds for my rifle and then try to load them and see if they take without jamming. Might be the cheap reload ammo I bought that's jamming up from the magazine to the chamber. Maybe if I run some good ammo through it. Maybe if I alternate some good ammo with the shitty ammo, it might fix itself. What do you think? Now I got like 500 rounds of the reload ammo, 400 rounds of it. What am I going to do with that? Well, I'm hoping I'll buy some good rounds. See what happens. So this watch here. So man, the selection is a plethora of solid gold, and I'm not talking the Oyster Flex. I'm talking just bracelet only. These Oyster Flex don't count. We're talking solid gold bracelets. You've got diamond. You've got you got a lot of choices. The problem is although you have more choices than any other, even more than a president, probably, to be honest. Isn't that true? You might have more selection here in a Daytona solid gold with a bracelet than you would even have so in a president day date option, don't you think? Even with dial variations. I mean, when you look at dial variations, when you look at your pink gold options, when you look at your white gold options, I mean, I think you have more options than a freaking gold day date, which is their highlighted gold iconic watch, right? Isn't that so? Really, the Daytona really is in its own class of luxury sports watches, especially when you look at the variations like that versus the day date and all the Surdy options available as well. I mean, you certainly don't have this many white gold options in a day date, do you? You know, hey, you see this dial color right here? This one? Do they have this dial color for a platinum or a white gold president day date? That would be amazing. Imagine a day date with this silver dial, even with diamonds. Wow. Or in platinum with the silver dial. Wow. So, man, this is a man. You know, the Daytona is just a nice watch, man. It's a nice watch. Here's your platinum options. There you go. Look at platinum. You're just limited to just the two. We know that. We know that. With diamonds, with baguettes, or without. We know that's how that rolled. There was no other options ever for that one. Oh crap. Uh, uh, uh. Man, guys, I gotta tell you, man. I'm fucking. I'm like fucking. I don't know, man. Like 50% fucking 30% paralyzed, dude. I'm fucking fucked up. I'm going to see a surgeon on Monday. This might be my last hurrah, trying to avoid a full back fusion, which we don't, which only has a 50% probability rate. With a continued suffering rate of somewhat. You know, I don't know if I'm going to do it, man. I don't know. We'll see. But I might have no options. Ugh. So I might be gone for a while if I get the surgery. Let's see what happens. But I can't get from point A to point B anywhere. Even in my own house. It's hard. Well, I get from point A to point B, but it takes me a long time, and it's very difficult, very painful. I just spoke to a gal that I know that just got a fusion done, and she said it worked out really well for her until she fell a couple of weeks ago and fractured her spine. This was like 2 weeks after she got her fusion. It just happened a couple of weeks ago. Oh well. Life's rough, man. Two tones. So let's be honest here. Let's be quite the honest preacher. Side note. Uh, you know them people who say they're preachers or whatever? Those guys are fucking bullshit. Those people who marry people, what are they called? Chaplain? Oh, chaplain. What the fuck are they? Man, every person I know that does those marriage ceremonies for people, everybody that I've ever met that calls themselves a preacher, not like an official fucking priest, man, but there's regular common folk that go get their ability to marry people, and they're called something. They're called bullshit's what they're called. They're called fucking dick. Every single person you meet that does that, I'm going to give you a clue. If you ever meet anybody who does that, they're a fucking scammer. They're a thief. They're a crook. They rob people left and right every fucking which way they can. And that's one of their biggest fronts, is being a minister. And they marry people and they're sweet as pie. They're fucking bullshit. That's just a side note. I just want you to know that. Don't ever trust a fucking minister. If you can't, throw them under the bus. Run them over a couple of times. Backwards and forwards. Funny side note, I know. I don't know what made me think of it. The drugs. Hey, so preaching. That's what I was talking about, motherfuckers. Preaching on the two-tone Daytona. So it was not long ago that we all hated this fucking watch that's on the screen. Huh? So nobody likes this watch. Let's just be honest here. When watches were being selected, picked on, there were people that were being watch snobs and picking on watches and hating on watches. But quite the contrary, moi, being half French, pointed out to everyone here, man, you are missing out if you do not pick up your Zenith Daytona two-tone at $12,500. Every Zenith on the market was at $12,500. $12,500. Not $12,600, not $12,700. They were all $12,500. Box of papers. That's the one, though. That's the one that I kept harping on, was the Zenith Movement two-tone. But as far as these go, I don't have a hate for them. I just had a preference for all steel or all gold. If I was going to select one of these, I would certainly pick the one in the upper right with the champagne dial, which is one that I actually similarly made an offer on back in the day at Watchbox for $12,700, I think, and it was a Zenith, and they turned it down. whatever, you know. But nobody wanted these two tones. Is what I'm trying to get at. No, nobody wanted specifically the Daytona two tone. They people were other two tones, maybe not. That could be another discussion. But certainly the Daytona two tone was like, you know, man, pass, pass, pass. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it. Now, good luck. Good luck. Good luck getting one. People just want anything that has Rolex stamped on the dial, you know? Especially the hype of the Daytona now. And, you know, gold is back at its high, I guess. I mean, it's just back where it was 15 years ago. So, you know, if you had, I have some money stored in gold. You know, I mean, what did I earn in it? I bought it at 1,700, and now it's 2,000. So I didn't even keep pace with inflation or with my Bitcoin or any stocks. Really turns out to always be a lackluster investment. But it's just a cash reserve, really, isn't it? You're not really looking at gold as an investment. You're just looking at it. I don't know what the fuck you're looking at it, to be honest. It's bullshit. It's a wasted asset class. It's an asset class that should have retained value and appreciation relatively correlated to other asset classes. But because of the man-made elements and components revolving around gold, such as the implementation of fiat currencies, gold has lost its asset value. So, what are you gonna do until it's reassigned? Until there's asset classes reassigned through utter failure, then I don't see. That's when gold would something would happen with gold through failure systems, which, you know, those things generally don't happen in our lifetimes. Um, it's actually quite amazing that the creation of the fiat dollar was in our lifetime, 1971. That's quite interesting. That's quite amazing, to be honest, that we were alive during the creation of fiat money. I think historically speaking, that's a significant time in our life that we were alive to see the creation of fiat money. That's something that'll be written about, you know, if we're around 5,000 years from now, that little segment of time in 1971 that you and I were alive is going to be very thoroughly discussed. Always. More so than now. Right now, maybe not so much, but in the future, when end results are seen of these systems, man, they're gonna be analyzed up and down in Harvard, law, Yale, everywhere. I mean, you know what I mean? It's interesting because, in general, most scientific systems evolve and progress. You can't go backwards in math because it's all scientific. You can only progress and go forward. I think it's sort of the same in communication and language and theater and arts and a lot of subject matters. But what the fuck when it comes to fiat monies and economics? They seem to regress instead of progress. Like, what the fuck is regression analysis instead of progression analysis? Where the fuck do these come up with these words from? And it's like, how could the system be getting worse instead of getting better? Of all systems that are created in the world, like I'm saying, everything's supposed to get better, not worse. Why is the economic systems and the fiat systems and the money system? Why does it get worse instead of better? It's like the only system, scientific or whatever system created, that progressively gets worse instead of getting better. It makes no sense. And you know what makes sense? I'll tell you why it makes sense. Because it gets worse for you and me, but it's getting better for the people that are that created it. So it's a one-way street, not a two-way street. And so, holy crap, right? Anyway, I digress. As a result, you have $50,000 Daytonas. And you have wars in Ukraine over natural resources, economic circumstances that arise. Do you know that in the other half of where I'm from, Armenia, that Armenia is privy to Russia? Armenia is succumbed 100% to Russia. Did you know that? As a matter of fact, Armenia gets all its power from Russia. All its electricity comes from Russia. And Armenia only gets 1 hour of power per day from Russia. Just 1 fucking hour per day. That's how they live their life in Armenia. They get 1 hour per day of power allotted to them from the Russian government for the whole country. And it's random when they get it. There's a hauler on the roof building. When the power comes on at 3:40 a.m., he goes up on the roof and tells everybody to wake up and start cooking. It's crazy. So, and that's the kind of life some people leave. So, the Daytona, man, what's the retail on this puppy now? On the steel, you see? We got 14,550. You know, it went up quite a bit. You know, considering, look at that. So, I mean, I was at 13. So 3 years ago, I mean, I know it's been a long time, but let's just put it in perspective. The inflation adjustments that Rolex has made. Let's take a look at that since we're talking about inflation and the dollar and all that. How it corresponds here. Let's see. So I paid 13,200, I believe. It was either 13,200 or 13,400, but it was definitely like 13,000 something. And I know I paid out the door like 14,200, and our tax is like 7.75%. So I think I paid 14,200 out the door. So anyway, let's just say 13,200. I want to say it was 13,200. Let's just say 13 and a half. Okay. That sounds more right, considering I paid 14,200 maybe out the door. So $1,000, it's gone up $1,000, and you know that's not much. 5% would be 700 on the 13. So it went up, you know, it didn't go up much, man. It only went up by the sales tax, man. Like 8-9%. And Rolex is not increasing prices for inflation or nothing. I mean, Rolex is being more than fair. I mean, an 8% price hike in 19 to 20, 2021. I mean, 3 years. They're going on their fourth year right now with no with just an 8% price hike over that period. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, it's a gift to not raise prices. It seems that way, doesn't it? It seems that way. All these hot models have gone up a lot in retail this year. Jorn increased the MSRP for the retail price for Chronometra Blue massively as well, did they? Man, by the time I get that watch 3, 4 years from now, I might be paying 40, 50 grand for it retail, huh? It was 28,000 when I first applied for the piece. Yeah, pre-COVID, these two tones were really easy to find in the ADs. Yeah. What's up, Big Sal? How you doing, man? So, so yeah, very cool. Let's see what. Man, that was all on the first watch we looked at. Okay, let's take a look now and see what else they got coming in here. We're just gonna hang out, take a look at some watches, talk a little bit about watches, smoke a little bit, have a cigar, finish up some of my McDonald's. I might clean my rifle, or my FN, and my 6 hour. I fired all three of them. I don't need to clean them. I'll probably go fire again in a few days. It was a good time, but I could. I like to play with them, so maybe I will just do it anyway. I got everything out and ready to go right here next to me on this desk. We got. So I don't know. We'll hang out. I can't move, man. I can't fucking move. I'm fucking stuck. I got no core. My core is gone, man. I can barely reach for shit. I can't barely reach for a pencil. I just can't do shit, dude. It's just crippling pain. It's so intense. And it goes down my buttocks and thighs. You know what it feels like? I'll tell you what it feels like. The best way I can compare it, it feels like I just went for a 10-mile fucking run and I'm still running. How when you get back from a really long run and everything's sore and you can't walk and you just have to collapse to the ground. Dude, that's how I am 24/7. Completely collapsed with no core. And it literally feels like I'm running. That's how tired my body feels. My thighs, my buttocks, my core, my spine. It feels like I've just been running. Even when I wake up from my 4 hours in bed, it hurts so bad. It just feels like I just went on a fucking run at 3 a.m. and I just woke up. Like, holy shit. It's gnarly. And I can't hold myself up. I can't fucking hold myself up, motherfuckers. What you gonna do? fuck it, right? All right. Let's see. We need the cigarette rolled up is what we need. So I'm trying to get that done. Ugh. I got my sweet baby rays. Man, this is some good shit. You got access to this shit right here, man. This is some good shit right here, boys. I'm telling you. Man, despite my position, I'm staying very aggressively active. You wouldn't believe some of the shit that I'm doing, to be honest. I'm doing stuff so that I don't fucking die, man. I'm staying physical around the house, forcing myself hard, doing physical home activities like house repairs and shit. Like pretty major shit, actually, for me. But I'd be in trouble if I wasn't doing nothing. I'm forcing myself to do some physical labor. It's pretty good. I actually sanded down the front door, sanded down my front door, and stained it. I remodeled the bathroom. Well, in a way, I changed all the fixtures. Did a little bit of painting, actually. It just takes about 2 hours to do one fucking thing when somebody else can do it in 20 minutes. All right. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Now we're Gucci. All right, let's see what's on the. Let's see what else is on the fucking table here. Let's check it out. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Now you remember the Tudor craze? I never got into the Tudor craze. Everybody bought a Tudor. Even Bud bought a Tudor when everybody was into the Tudors. Everybody bought one. Even Clivers bought a Tudor. Remember? I think even that knucklehead Archie Luxury bought a Tudor. I mean, was that the beginning when people couldn't get Rolex, so they started buying Tudors? Is that what happened? I'm trying to remember. Kind of seems like that's might be what happened. Man, I'll tell you what though, I'm keeping low miles on this car with my condition because there's been a lot of times I wanted to go for a drive and I can't. All day yesterday, fucking all day yesterday, I wanted to get in that car and drive it so bad. The whole day, I even took the top down and it was sitting in my driveway with the top down, and I wanted to cruise it so bad, and I couldn't get in the car. I couldn't do it. Hey, the Neptune. Look at this guy. We talked about this one up and down for a while, remember? Oh man, we talked about this one for a while. I actually like this one. This one in black looks nice. But we looked at these salmon dials. You know, I wish I picked up the salmon dial Neptune. I really do. I remember finding one or two in really good condition. They were about 11. What were they, about 11.5? 12 grand? I think they were about 12 grand, man. They weren't bad, you know? You know what? I don't even want to know what they're going to sell this for. I don't even want to know what they're going to ask for this sucker. Remind me not to look. I just don't even want to know. They're going to ask some kind of preposterous amount. It's not going to be fair. It won't be. Don't even inquire about it. If you're interested, let it sit up there for a month. Nobody's going to buy it. You know, I mean, I wouldn't mind having the steel Pepsi, but when you have a Batman, you don't feel the pressure of needing it. I already got the Batman. Now I'll tell you what would feel a little special is if they come out with a steel Coke or a a full white gold Coke bezel. That'll feel a little special. That'll feel different. I think with the Pepsi being the fact that you already have the blue on the Batman, it makes it similar enough to where I'm not worried about chasing that watch. I really do like personal variation in my watches, and as much as I love the Pepsi and steel, I'd prefer to wait for a Coke or to see a Coke. I do think that's something Rolex will come out with. I don't know if it's sooner or later. You know, like, is it going to be this year, next year, or are they going to save it for 5 years from now? I don't know, but I do think that the Coke is something they should come out with, and I do think that they shouldn't make a mistake like they did with this steel Pepsi. Um, this steel Pepsi should have come out in white gold only. It should not have come out in steel, at least just not yet. So they should come out with a white gold iteration of the Coke. I would want a white gold version of the Coke, not a steel version. Me personally. And you know, if they made both steel and white gold version of the Coke, I'd be fine with that. Let the kids have what they can afford. I'll take the white gold one, man. I'd want the white gold one. That'd be a nice solid gold Rolex for me. The white gold Coke. It's beautiful. It really is. These GMTs by Rolex, they just hit on so many levels. They are the best GMTs. Again with the frickin' oyster clasp, you morons. I mean, how does that oyster clasp match, correlate, show any linear aesthetic qualities with that bracelet? It's like putting a hatchback on a sports Mercedes or something. It's like turning a 911 into a Cayenne or something. What the fuck they do with this, man? Honestly, it's the most asinine thing I ever seen in my life. Putting an Oyster Flex uh, buckle on a Jubilee bracelet. The two words don't even match, Oyster Flex and Jubilee. They're not even like, man, honestly, I want to beat the fuck out of who does this. I would kick his fucking ass. Who's the shot caller on this shit? Send that son of a bitch to my garage. But you need to put him like right here in front of me, man. He needs to be this close to me. I can't get him if he's over there, huh? It's crazy. Honestly, it just, to me, it's mind blowing. It's kind of like the fiat currency thing. I mean, maybe one guy at Rolex has proprietary rights on this fucking bracelet piece, and so he demands it's on every watch, so he gets the nickel for everyone. That's all I can think of. That's all I can think of. Somebody's getting an extra nickel for using that instead of the other. It just doesn't make sense. Look, Rolex, if you don't want to use the day date version because you want to reserve it for the president, okay? Maybe, just maybe, we'll make a fucking third bracelet version for this one. Make a third version. Make a Jubilee clasp. So you have your day date clasp, your oyster clasp, and your Jubilee clasp. It's fucking simple. It's pretty simple, man. Holy crap, I'm not a watch. Do you need Gerald Genta? Do you need the likes of Gerald Genta to tell you this shit? Or why don't you just watch RichBuddy? You know, with his goddamn 3 viewers. What a bunch of dicks. Fuck, I hate Rolex. Put a fucking Tang buckle on the son of a bitch and just get rid of the Jubilee bracelet. Fuck. Make it a strap. Just put them all on straps like Omega does. Pull an Omega on us. At least Omega does. At least Omega has the ingenuity, the balls, and maybe they have the money. They got more money than you to design, implement, and make 100 different clasps. Because Omega will make a clasp for that watch. Omega doesn't reuse clasps from other watches for other watches. You know, they put grooves in them to match the watch that they're making today. They do shit. They watch Smith. They watch make. Holy crap. I'm sorry, but you will never hear me stop on about this bullshit. It's just so tacky, so ugly. It doesn't match. I mean, where's the two-tone polished center link on the fucking watch? Well, why is it a polished center link? Well, don't make it polished then. You're look at let me show you something else here. Look, it shouldn't be polished. You know why it shouldn't be polished? Because they added by putting the polish portion rather than just the brushed version clasp. Now they've added another element that doesn't belong in the watch, the polished element, because this isn't a polished. This watch doesn't have that element. It's a Jubilee bracelet, and it doesn't have that two-tone brushed polished theme throughout the watch. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. More bullshit. I hate it. Fucking hate it. Oh, well, they do have two-tone running through the Jubilee. It's still bullshit. I mean, you know what? That's Rolex's biggest mistake is their bracelet design. It is what it is. I'd love to beat that one up, though. Oh man, we were just talking about this yesterday, saying we don't ever see them. Now this I want to know what they're going to sell this for. I got to know what they're going to sell this for. This is the most curious pricing I'm most curious about right now. Of all the watches, I was telling Clyde yesterday, this is the one I'm most curious about. What it's going to price out next time it comes up on here. I'm kind of excited to see this. You have any guesses? I told him yesterday that I thought this watch would be pushing. Man, I think I told him I went pretty high. I told him Batman. That's what I told him. I told him this would be as much as the Batman, which in my mind is 30 grand, same as the Hulk. So I'm looking at this. I was looking at this watch being between 28, 29, and 30,000. So I'm really curious what this is going to be. Oh man, fuck! I might need neck surgery too. Got another blown disc in my neck. Blew out a couple of weeks ago. Not a couple of weeks ago. A couple of months ago. I think it fucked up my neck. I got like a turkey neck or something from the blowout. I think some nerves or something stepped down, but my neck got fucked up looking. It looks like I gained 20 pounds, but I didn't. Yeah, why does my neck look so fucked up, huh? It's the only thing I could think of that the blowout in my neck caused some nerves or something to fall or something to move. And I regret not taking those that 31 Tiffany now. The son of a bitch offered me a 31 Tiffany. What was I going to do with a 31? Was it a 31 he offered me? Or was it a 36? No, it was a 36. It was a 36. I should have taken the 36. Tiffany. You remember I wanted the yellow 41. The yellow 41. I wanted the yellow submarine, man. I wanted the yellow submarine. And he called me back and said, I got a 36 Tiffany I can give you. Damn, that would have been my last Rolex to have gotten. I should have gotten it, huh? Fuck. Damn, Rich, why didn't you pick up the 36 Tiffany? You know, I think even the 36 Tiffany's going for like 30 grand. Damn. That was a mistake not picking that up, huh? How are you gonna know? Ugh. Dude, I can't even move. Like, this is all I can do. Like, that's all I can do. I can't fucking move my body. I can only move my fucking arms. I'm so fucked. The Kermit's very undervalued, underwhelming. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Hulk. I like the Hulk better. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I should have picked up that Tiffany when they offered it to me. So here's the the new sub date. Submariner, I mean. God, how could you not love this watch? It's just black. It's just perfect. It's just so perfect. It's so perfect. Which one is this? 1861 caliber. That's a new watch. So these are all the incomings. The ones that they have coming in that they're prepping right now, that they got a price and list on the site. Oh, there's my watch. Dated 1 year later than mine. Unworn. I'm curious to see what this will list for too. Did they go up a little bit? Are they still putting them up for 49? I'm going to keep a close eye on these. I love these streamliners. I'm not sure if I'd go for the green or the blue. I'd probably go for the blue, but who knows? You know, once you look at them, it might not even matter. I bet the green's nice. Forget about these Royal Oaks. They're 100 grand now. Juan Pablo Montoya. Who's that? The name sounds familiar. Who's Juan Pablo Montoya? Is that Tony Montana? Tony Montana? Holy crap, man. That last 3 minutes I just went through was fucking hell. I was sitting here right now. I just monologued through it and got through that pain. That was fucking insane. I was in fucking tears for 3 minutes. All right. Here we go. I want to see is there a picture of the service papers here? I want to see if there's any service paper pictures for this one. Oh, this is a pretty watch. This is sick. Look at this thing. Wow. Come on, that is amazing. This is a nice AP. That is so elegant. It's like a white curtain, a pure white curtain. It just so elegant. Wow, that is so amazing. Damn, that's beautiful. Holy crap, that's amazing. Winner for the night right here. Oh my god. I wonder what they're gonna ask for this. 189? 250? Hey, why don't we stick a fucking oyster lock bracelet on it? See what it looks like. crap, that is beautiful. Mm. I often wonder if a cop asks me to get out to do like a sobriety check or something, what the fuck's gonna happen? Because I ain't getting out of my fucking car. He can kiss my fucking ass. That's exactly what I'll tell him. I got some high C fruit punch right here. Good shit. We got the Omegon. We're chilling. Ugh. Hmm. I like this guy, you know? Lord Ferrier. He makes real clean watches. You know? His buckles are a little lackluster. He might need some advice from Rolex. You know what I mean? They might they might want to stick a fucking oyster lock bracelet on this son of a bitch. I mean, the oyster clasp might look good on this Tang buckle, to be honest. Instead of this Tang buckle, I actually would go for that, like I do on my bluesy. I'm using the two-tone clasp, Rolex clasp on my leather bluesy strap. That actually would work. What a bunch of jerk offs, man! Fucking Rolex. Ooh, look at this thing! Ain't this a curious watch? A bit hard to tell the time, huh? What the hell, huh? What is this thing? It's like you're seeing double or it actually is pretty easy to tell the time, isn't it? Real easy. Your mind automatically takes you to left and right. It's pretty simple. It's a curious watch. I like it. But a watch like this, it's difficult to flip. people like regular time clocks, you know? They typically don't like odd variations of how you tell the time. Kind of like the regulator. Is this some type of a regulator watch? Oh man. Let's look at their the ones with the prices on the new arrivals. See if they have anything added. Fuck, I could barely reach my mouse now. Let me try to reach the trackpad. Subdate, new version 2021. Whoa! What the? Get what? 21 grand? Whoa! Whoa! There's no way. 21 grand they wanted for that? You're kidding. Wow. Whoa, that's the biggest surprise I've ever seen for the week. That's wild. 21. Oh, there's the Sky Dweller 66. That's a nice Vacheron. Look at the Kiyosha dial on this. These are the kind of Vacherons I like. The simple time. This one appeals to me right here. I like this. Sword hands. Very Napoleonistic. I kind of feel like I need a Vacheron since I'm half French. Ode to Napoleon. He had a Vacheron. Ode to Napoleon Dynamite. Look, 11.5. And that's not a bad size, too. 37 millimeter. That's a good... Man, that's a lot of watch for for 11 grand. I tell you, 37 millimeter. Huh. That's a way to get Vacheron on the books right there. You can get Vacheron on the books for 11 grand. It's like the JLC and even a Lenge. You can get a Lenge Simple Time fairly affordable as well. So, oh shit. The dress watches are a bargain right now. You hear me? If you need a dress watch, you missed the boat on the Calatrava 5096 because it got discontinued. But look at these Vacherons. JLCs are the same price. And there's even some Langes hanging out. Sub 15,000 level, I think. In the simple time category. You know, hour, minutes, seconds. That's the sweet spot right now. That's the sweet spot right now. If you're needing your dress watches fulfill that part of your watch box that's needing fulfillment. I like this one. This one's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's 37 millimeter. Fuck, it's like perfect. If I had lots of extra dough to toss around, I'd be tossing some around on some 10,000, 12,000 watches, but I'm tossing my money in other things right now. I called up about I went to order the tail fin, the carbon fiber tail fin for this car. And so I'm getting that for like 1,400. I don't know what's going to be taxes and shipping. 1,700 bucks. But I'm getting a really nice carbon fiber tail. As a matter of fact, I was looking at carbon fiber tails, and they were typically around 700-800 bucks. And the one I'm buying is 1,300 plus tax. So it was easily a good 5-6, easily double what other competitors had. But I felt that I'm getting double the tail fin. It's a good looking one. You get what you pay for. If I'm going to change the look on a manufactured automobile, then it better look better, not worse. But that's not going to be ready for 2 months. So 2 more months I got to wait before I can even order that tail fin. They haven't got them in stock yet. 2 months. You know, what's interesting is that I could say that this is, I mean, other than a house, I mean, you know, obviously a house is the best thing one could probably ever buy in their life. But I mean, other than that being obvious, I think that the best thing I've ever literally spent physical dollars on or bought ever in my life is this car. I've never bought, I've never, it's just so gratifying when you're driving it. And I mean, as far as paying for something and getting what you pay for, like dollar versus machine, dollar versus value, dollar versus what I feel I got, or, you know, just dollars well spent that you feel good about spending about. This is the top of the cake for me, was this car. in anything I've ever bought in my life. I've never felt so good about a purchase. I'm not sure if I've ever had that feeling before, other than with Rolexes. Sure. Oh, that's undeniable. So yeah, the dress watches seem to be a sweet spot right now. Look at that. Anybody ready to spend $70,000 on a Zenith? Ah, I can reach it, man. It's right there. There it is. Ah, now I gotta get back. Mm, holy shit. Fuck me. I'm up. I'm up. Let's see if I can adjust this back of this chair to push me up. Ugh. Oh my god, dude. It's so tiring to keep myself up. Wow, look at that. That thing is badass. Whoa. Look at that beautiful case. What did they do? Wow. That is amazing. Whoa, look at that case. Look at that case back. Wait a minute. Oh my god, this watch is amazing. Whoa, is that a tourbillon? Oh my god, that watch is amazing. Even the clasp on the bracelet's beautiful. Oh man, this has got to be the best watch Zenith's ever made. Look at this tourbillon. Wow. Man, that's actually that would actually be a watch I would want. That is amazing. Man, imagine springing for a Zenith tourbillon like this. Honestly, that would be doable for I would advise it. This is a beautiful watch. Wow. Very pleasing to the eye. And not only that, when you look at the case back, and if you compare this to a Patek, a Journe, anything, this looks special. Whereas the others are just going to look like a nice case back watch that's intricate and complicated. Whether it be a Journe, whether it be a Patek, whether it be an AP, they're all going to look the same. All of them. The same boring fucking case back bullshit. Ooh, it's beautiful. Oh, look at the glass. Ooh. But when you look at this, man, this like blows them all away. Like, cool, you know? Different, piece unique, tourbillon for that matter. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Even the front. Look at the front, how cool. What is that? Look at it's got a separate seconds on the left there. Is that a minute? That's the minute. Is that the minutes? No, what is that? That must be a seconds counter. Yeah. And then you got the power reserve at 3 o'clock. And the tourbillon there at 6. and you have the clock as a sub, northern hemisphere dial there, so that you don't cover up the beautiful workings of the tourbillon, so you can enjoy the tourbillon. I mean, I dig it. It's really nice. And a lot of people like Clyde will tell you right away they hate skeletons, right? I'm pretty sure he hates skeletons, right? We can ask him when we talk to him again. But he doesn't like skeletons because they're not the clarity. They're not legible, hard to read the time. The contrast is not there, lack of contrast. But look at this blue. Look at the blue workings on this dial, on this railroad track. Look at this is kind of fun. It's literally a railroad track, like it's up on its stilts and everything. It's like a blue railroad track on terrace on support beams. You could even picture a train like going around in circles around it, right? It's literally a railroad track elevated in blue, and and I don't think somebody like Clyde would hate on it, because look at the white hands, the white hour and minute hand, and how it touches the blue railroad track. I mean, total legitimacy in legibility, right? Damn. And that case is just so heavy in gold and so monoblocked, like it's very, very attractive. That's the most attractive feature to me, is how how large and the case design is of that case. It's so beautiful. That bezel, how it comes up like that, it sticks up, and all the gold around it, a big lip of gold. That's the way to describe it. I love that giant lip of gold just hugging the bezel. That's amazing. It's so thick. It's like you're seeing a substantial amount of gold on this watch, which just turns me on. You know? Wow. Damn, this watch is just top. I like it. Wow. Trade my Jordan for this? Holy shit, man. I don't want to go into surgery, man. Fuck me, dude. I don't want to do surgery. Fuck. Uh, Holy shit. What to fucking do? Wow, it's pretty cheap for a Ulyss Nardane. 12,000. Boy, you think that brand will go south? Don't a lot of Russians buy Ulyss Nardane? You think that brand's going to survive without a Russian market? There's no way they're going to stop selling to the Russians. But the thing is that the Russians might not have money to spend on watches. They're suffering. So I don't think they'll have money to spend on discretionary goods. So that market is virtually gone. It's going to be an elitist market over there only. on an oligarchist market. There's not going to be any kind of a soft. There's not going to be any kind of a watch market in Russia anymore, or luxury goods market anymore at all. Zero, like non-existent. Like, as a matter of fact, luxury goods in Russia, if attainable, will probably cost 10 times the price of it somewhere else, because there'll be a lack of it in that country land. Nobody's going to move a product in there they can't sell. So finding it would be much more difficult, meaning it could go for 10x what it normally would go somewhere else in the world. It could be pretty complicated, the economics of certain goods, because of that regulation. You know what I mean? And the economics of the ruble. And quite frankly, the economics of the people involved. They're probably bartering, you know, services for food and things like this at this point, since the ruble is pretty much worth half of what it used to be. All right, it finally got cold in here. That fucking car got this place hot. I think we kind of gone through these watches here. I'm not sure there's anything else here we haven't gone through. Oh, check this one out. Oh, this one is one that Bud likes, that he's brought up before. We talked about this. I like this one. The chocolate Rolex dial. Look, it has diamonds on it. This is cool. And it's a 36. And this is going for 16. I think these were about what? Probably 10, 11 with the diamonds. This is really cool. This is very cool. Oh, look at that. Wow, it really does look like chocolate. Whoa, I didn't realize it really looks like that. Oh, that's a nice looking watch. Oh, I dig that. That's cool. How fun. It really is a chocolate watch. Holy crap, it looks like chocolate. No way. It literally looks like chocolate. I had no idea. That's a winner, man. That's a winner. I really enjoy that watch. That's going to have to go on the list of watches to heavily consider. 36 million, this exact watch with the diamonds and everything, just like it is. This is something to have to consider one day. Wow. You see how they scramble the cereal now? I don't like that. Man, why did they do that? They scrambled the cereal. I mean, why do they do that? For the used market? So that people don't know when the watch was manufactured in general? Why would they scramble the cereal? So I'm not sure I understand 100%, but I'm kind of assuming that the scrambled cereal has removed an indication of the order of when the watch was made. Like, you have A through Z series, Z being the first produced, and A being the final year produced. So, by having scrambled cereals, are the A through Z just scrambled? So that if I give you that serial number, now you're not going to know what year it's produced? Because if you give me a president, 18238, and you tell me what letter it is and the serial number, I'll tell you what year that watch was made. So are you telling me now that with a scrambled serial number, I won't be able to tell you what year that watch came from? And I mean, if they did that, like, fuck you. For what? Why would you scramble it? Just, will I not know now until I get a service when when that watch was produced if I don't have the paperwork? Those are kind of questions I got about that whole serial number thing. You know what I mean? A couple of things I'm not sure about. I really like that chocolate dial. Very cool. All right, now I think we went through everything. Now I think I can go lay down. It's what time is it here? I'm wearing my Omega, but I don't have it set. 3:50 a.m. Man, I've been going for a while. I'll go try to get some sleep. Good night, guys. See ya. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're keeping me occupied during this few hours of enduring stress I just went through. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the watch content. Peace. Hasta luego. Have a beautiful day. Be nice to everybody except Archie Luxury and his butt buddy, Bear Clooney.